Okay, gamers, get ready. This is gonna be funny. Heavy steps, ragged breathing. There isn't much time left. It might already be too late. The labyrinthine pathways of arbitrary sharp turns seemed stranger and stranger as panic blotted out the once deeply ingrained memories that usually guided me. Every corner felt a stranger. Every straight line too long. The bell tolls for me. I bit down harder on the last of my rations, held only by the skin of my teeth. It barely hung on as I kept frantically looking around, hoping for the few scraps of burning memory of mine to find a familiar sight that would lead me to salvation. The gates must be closing by now. The last few barely making it. The rest of us never stood a chance. Suddenly, from a blind spot, a figure struck me. There was no time to react before I came crashing down onto the cold hard ground. I struggled to regain my senses, to at least see what fate would befall me in my final moments, but even in this abyss of endless terror, my mind could never have imagined the horror I witnessed. Oof! Ow, ouch, that stings. Ouch, my bones. Welcome to the secret level of lust. Oh, I fucking love this game. Fidget nervously and sweat profusely. Oh, game, how do you know me so well? Are you okay? Well, I just got knocked over by some blind by choice asshole who gave my skirt a decorative dirt coating. So all in all, fucking fantastic. They would prefer to not be on the ground right now. Can I help you up? Sigh. Hey, sorry about being rude like that. I'm just real frustrated that I'm not only late for school, but also managed to get lost on the way there. By the way, that's V1. That's a robot we're playing as. But this time it's extra thick. Though, by the looks of it, you're pretty much in the same boat. And by a stroke of once... What? Oh, fuck you, text. And by a stroke of once-in-a-lifetime luck, you just happen to bump into the prettiest girl in town. Alright. The prettiest girl in town. So how about you lead the way and get both of us out of this jam? Actually, I'm lost too. Just my luck. Though, in retrospect, I guess you wouldn't be here with me right now if you weren't lost as well. Oh well, no point in crying over spilled blood. Fuck's sakes. We might as well just wait for another student to come by and follow them instead. I'm Mirage. Don't bother telling me your name though, I don't really care. Ouch. Yeah, let's just go. Wandering around like headless chickens would only get us even more lost. Since we're both heading to school and ended up meeting right here, that means there's a very high likelihood this spot is somewhere along the way. Therefore, we'll be better off just staying put and waiting for someone who does know the way. It's basic logic, you should look it up sometime. Yeah, anyone who knows the way will already have gone there. Sounds to me like you're just looking for an excuse to give up. Huh. Can't give up if I never tried in the first place. And I don't make a habit out of trying. Bruh. Marshy Marsh Tomb. The irony factor in the stage is amazing. Yep, true that. Oh, thanks for following. I just noticed that. Marshy Marsh Tomb. Am I saying that right? Correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Why not? Because nothing matters. Well, shit, that's nihilistic. There's no point in trying if the end result will be the same anyway. Yes, you're saying it right. Poggers. Try as you might, you'll eventually just become forgotten dust in the wind, like the rest of us. I mean, really, take a moment to think about it. Uh-oh. Oh no, not again. Fucking PTSD of Doki Doki Lecture Club is coming. The human mind in its complete vastness is capable of recognizing its utter helplessness and uselessness in the face of inevitable and unavoidable non-existence, but it is incapable of coming to terms with it. well, shit just got real. We can only ever ignore it, hide from it, or temporarily escape from it. But the fact is that we are bound to the way of all things. Death is unavoidable, not only to us, but all that exists or ever has existed. Every living being will eventually die out. Every speck of matter will eventually wither away and dissipate into entropy. It doesn't matter if you lived a good life or if you left a legacy behind. It doesn't matter if humanity survives for 1,000 years or dies out tomorrow. The end result is the same. The absolute nothing. Human intelligence is far beyond that of other animals, but it would be misguided to consider that a gift. All other beings have the gift of ignorance, of not understanding what we do. Our intelligence is not a gift, it's a flaw. Side, why does this always happen when you try to talk to women? Good question. I don't know why they always start, speaking to me about the philosophical implications of all life being lost to entropy and everything that we're doing being eventually gone, turned to dust and ash, and every little thing that we've experienced, every little joy in life that we had being forgotten. I don't know. Maybe it's my face. It's an overextension of evolution. Falls asleep. Hey, fuck you, Jay-Z. Intelligence, once a great feature in aeons past, continued to grow unchecked and unfiltered, and has since passed a threshold whereupon it is no longer a benefit, but an active danger to its host. Much like the Irish elk, a species of deer that, through uncountable generations of evolution, grew antlers so wide and vast that it could no longer run from predators, eventually leading to extinction. The human mind is an evolutionary maladaptation caused by going too far in a direction that was once beneficial and will, sooner or later, lead to our extinction. On an individual level, it's already happening. Existential dread is already taking hold. I'm sure you felt it too. Oh, every day. The pain and fear of being nothing, becoming nothing. Yep. The suffering of understanding that. Yep. We are unable to come to terms with it, so we hide from our own intelligence. We set limits. We stop ourselves from thinking deeply about what will happen when we die. Yeah, it's not too healthy. We create distractions, like the one I'm playing right now. We keep our minds busy with mundane activities and entertainment to stop ourselves from having to Okay, Mirage, take it easy. This one actually hits close to home. Hey, easy there, okay? That one hits close. That one, okay, we sublimate it. Jesus fucking Christ. We transform self-reflective suffering into another form. Art, to keep it from... Okay, game, I get it. You know me. Stop it. Anything to avoid the panic. Alright. But these ways are all simply temporary. They're just there to push back the inevitable veil of helplessness and despair that would encompass and ruin us. In the end, nothing matters. There's no point in trying to find joy in life, for life in and of itself is suffering. Oh boy. Okay, children, sit down. We're gonna have a little lesson in everything with Uncle Side. All right? Sit down, grab yourself something to drink. Let's talk about this shit. Yes. We're all gonna die someday. The end. No. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who actually thought about what the fuck happens after you die. Like, will I stand in front of the glory of Allah? Will God be there with Jesus on his side and offer me a beer? Who the fuck knows? But I guess further beyond that, the implications of your life as it is there a reason you were put on this earth? I don't know. Is there a reason why you're here? I don't know. Is there like some great evil for you to defeat? Unlikely. Is there some great accomplishment for you to get? Unlikely. Are you supposed to destroy everything? Unlikely. Are you supposed to kill some people? Unlikely. The likelihood is you're here by random chance. The correct sperm connected with the egg, and you were created. But I feel like in that sort of randomness, in that chance of, in that flip of the coin, there is also some amalgamation, some form of freedom. You know, there's, like, think about it. Yes, there's no reason for why you're there, for why you are here, for why you are here right now in this world. There's no reason for you being here, but that leaves everything open for you. That it leaves all the possibilities, all the goals and accomplishments open for you. You have no obligations. You have no reason for being here. That means it's a blank slate. You can make of your life what you want it to be. It lies in your hand, in your decision, to make of this life that you've randomly been granted, to make of it whatever you want it to. Are you just, an amalgamation of neurons in a flesh prison, carrying out whatever it needs to survive? Maybe. Are you a soul, guiding the body? Maybe. But what I do know is there's never a reason to give up. Never. But beyond the instinctual need to keep going, beyond the instinctual need to, keep yourself alive, to keep moving, I am of the belief that there is never ever a point in life where you should just give up. Because if you lie down, if you lie down and you just give up, there'll be nothing. There'll be nothing for you. Nada. Nothing good, nothing bad, emptiness. But if you get back up again and you decide to keep going, then there'll be something for you. Maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be good, but there will be something for you. And I guarantee it, if there is an afterlife, those people that gave up and, well, game ended themselves, I guarantee you, they regret it. Because whatever fucking shit life throws at you, however fucking bad it seems, however much you think to yourself, you know what, this isn't worth it, I should end it all, there will always be something else. There will always be something. Be it good or bad, there will always be something. And you need to hold on to that. Take care of a gym in my village. Iona told me if people misbehave, just throw them out. You guys are having a whole fucking conversation over there, aren't you? Jesus Christ. Oh, Zero, I know my purpose. To smash some heads when people misbehave at the gym. Bruh. Violence is not the answer. Anyway, you're wrong. Huh? You criticize those who consider our vast intelligence a gift, and yet also misguide yourself to believe our meaninglessness is a curse. How could it not be? Nothing we do matters in the end, and that is precisely why we are not shackled by the burden of expectations. The fear of eternal judgment, or the failure to meet up to an arbitrary definition of what makes our limited time not wasted. Time cannot be wasted, for there is no greater purpose to life than simply living it. But still, in that case, the meaninglessness of our actions draws to the same conclusion. There is no reason to act, for any action is simply a temporary fluctuation that will, nevertheless, lead to the same conclusion. Quite the contrary. Because we have no greater purpose, we are free to set our own, to create self-defined goals for which we strive. For some it may be nothing, for some it may be pleasure, for some it may be creation, for some it may be improving the lives of others. It is because we have no greater purpose that time spent on goals set by oneself cannot be time wasted. In the end, nothing matters, and therefore you have no reason to not to do what you want, rather than whatever illusion of greater purpose is forced on you by others, or even your own misguided thoughts. I do understand what you mean. However, that doesn't ease my fear of the end. Even if I were to try to find purpose, I would still be paralyzed by the thought of becoming nothing. And it was that thought worth fearing. However, abandoning purpose, hope, choice, goals, pleasure, and will cannot make that thought disappear. The fear, however, can subside. Giving up is not accepting the end. It is simply accepting the fear of it. It is embracing despair rather than facing it. I see. Though as much as I'd like to embrace it, I am nevertheless struck with a paralyzing existential panic. I understand it logically, and I know that there's no reason to live in apathy, but my emotional side refuses to listen. Oof, I know that feel. The fear persists, and I cannot motivate myself to seek purpose, despite knowing that I must. Jesus Christ, did I record like one of my sessions with a psychiatrist or something? Fucking hell. This is true. The emotional is not controlled by the logical. However, they are interlinked. Just as the deepest, darkest depths of despair can overthrow reason and the logical, warping them to fit into that haze of depression, so too can reason influence and overpower emotion, regardless of how impenetrable its defenses may seem. By continually forcing to subvert those creeping negative thoughts with the positive logical ones, the emotional mind will eventually, slowly, gradually start to shape to fit the logical. It is not an easy job. It is not a quick job. It will sometimes feel like an impossible job. However, it can be done. With an immense amount of time, effort, and energy, it will improve. You can change. You can heal. And during the hardest times, when all seems lost and you want to give up, never forget. We will always we will always love you. Well, I'll be damned. Guess you got a good head on your shoulders after all. Hell, I'm impressed. Man, I feel like I've just shed the weight of the world off my back. Or rather, you've done that for me. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You've given me a lot to think about, and while I'm sure I have a long way and hard road ahead of me, I'm optimistic. For the first time in what feels like an eternity, I'm optimistic. Say, we're already way too late for school, and it's become quite clear by now that nobody's going to come lead us there. So how about you and I ditch that passion-draining penitentiary and go grab something to eat, eh? Yeah, sure, let's go. Oh, you sneaky bastard. Well, alright. I do owe you one anyway. So what better time to to cash out your own did a nice thing to a girl way out of my league coupon than now, eh? Hey!